everyone, welcome back to Choreo Monday. I'm Jake Moore.
I'm Barry from Toku Cosplay.
And last week we started off the Dairanger team with red, green, and pink. And this week we're finishing off Dairanger with blue, yellow, and white.
I'm going to be doing Tenma Ranger or blue Dairanger and Kirin Ranger or yellow Dairanger. And Jake will be doing white Kiba Ranger from Dairanger.
So let's go ahead and get started with this week's choreography. We're going to start with Dairanger blue or Tenma Ranger.
Tenma Ranger!
Okay, right now we're going to do Tenma Ranger or blue Ranger from Dairanger. And we'll start off in parts. You start off legs a little bit more than shoulder length, hand here, and the first move is hand out. You pull your right hand back into a fist as this hand comes up is a blade. So you're in this position. Next part, you're going to do two windmills with your hands, one up, second one. And as you're getting ready to do the second windmill, do an outer kick, hands back. And as your hands are starting to, when your right hand's starting to hit your thigh, you turn your left foot parallel to your right. Your back is straight. This hand goes up as this one comes down. This hand will turn into a blade, this one into a fist with palm facing out and end up like this. So once again, in slow speed, hand out, hand back, windmill, outer kick, windmill.
Here's a refresher of what blue looks like in the show before we try to do it full speed.
Tenma Ranger!
So now we're going to do Kirin Ranger or Dairanger yellow.
Kirin Ranger!
This one's a little tricky, and there's basically three different versions of this. So I'm going to kind of do a conglomeration of the three to make it a little easier to follow. You start out fist to palm, and then you go out, back with your left hand. You spin, twisting with your body out. Right hand goes out, left hand back fast, and then back to here. And as you go back to here, this foot plants, and it's setting yourself up for the spin. So your foot's here, you plant your left foot here, so you're in this position. This hand basically stays the same, both these hands do. And you just spin, and as you spin, left hand goes back, right hand goes forward. So to kind of do a little bit slow, start out this way, foot up, plant, spin, and you end up like this. It's kind of like a Chinese drunken style. It's kind of hard to show slow, so you kind of got to use a little bit of your imagination on how to balance it out. So fist, hand out, 1, 2, 3, 4, spin.
Here's what he looks like again in the show before Barry tries to do it full speed.
Kirin Ranger!
So lastly we've got Kiba Ranger, Dairanger white. Here's what he looks like. So now we're going to do Kiba Ranger or the Dairanger white. His is actually, so it's really fast, but it's really complicated. And his is rarely seen in the series, so this is the only clip I could get. But for his, so throughout most of the choreography, his hands are doing this, like the heavy metal sign. And when you start, you're going to bring your hands up, and you're going to make the metal sign with your right over your left. Then you're going to turn them outward like that. Then you're going to bring them in, punch out with your right, and then quickly punch with your left. And you can pause here for a second, and then you're going to turn over to your left, and you're going to swing your arm over, your right arm over. And then from here, you're going to make a windmill like this. And as you're making your windmill, turn your body and your feet to the right. And you're going to continue the windmill, then you're going to bring it up. And right as about you're bringing this arm up, you're going to start to bring your left arm up as well. And they're going to meet right about here. And as they're meeting here, you're going to start to turn your body. And you're just kind of throwing your momentum over towards your feet. So we're here, turn, punch, punch, left or right arm to left, swing here, like that. Now this is where it starts to get really kind of confusing. So when you're here, you're going to bring your left leg up, and then your left hand is going to continue its rotation and end up here. and then your right arm's gonna make another rotation and end here. And when your right arm hits the ground, your left foot is too. So we're here, make a rotation like this, and then here. And the leg movements are very subtle. If you can't do them, don't worry about it, just do the hands. And that's the end of that part, and then you come back up, do like a reverse windmill, and you end up here with your right leg in the air, and your two hands out, making the medal sign. So to review slower, or the whole thing together slowly, we come up, turn, punch, punch, like here, windmill. As we come here, this arm comes over, and we're throwing our body over, and then you're just windmilling your arms out here, and you pause for a split second, come up like this. So we're going to do the whole thing one more time because it's a lot to take in and learn very quickly. And if you want to do the feet as well, you can, but if not, the hands are cool too. So we bring up our hands, medal sign, right in front, turn, pull them in, punch right, punch left, swing over to the left with your right arm, and then circle out and over. As it comes up, you're turning your legs, and your left arm comes with it, and you're throwing your momentum down, and then you're swinging, picking up your foot, and down. Then stand up like that.
更新せキバレンジャー
So that wraps up this week's Choreo Monday, as well as the Dairanger team. We did blue, yellow, and Kiba white today. We'd like to hear suggestions from you guys about what team you want to see next. If you don't have any strong suggestions and we can't get a majority rule, then we'll go with Dairanger next, or Power Ranger Zeo.
All right, thanks for watching Choreo Monday this week. See everybody next week. Bye.